This is module number 9, Review Screen Windows. There are several windows that can be accessed using the EP WorkMate recording system. Some of these windows we already talked about, and others we still need to. Clicking Exit exits the EP WorkMate recording system primary application and takes you back to the main menu. Clicking Setup opens the Setup window, where you can decide which channels will be displayed and what their attributes will be. Database opens the database window where patients and case information is placed and stored permanently and then can be added to reports at the end of the case. The STIM button opens the STIM window so that the EP4 cardiac stimulator can be controlled by the user using the EP WorkMate recording system. There are some windows that we still need to talk about. The first one is the log. The log is the procedure log, a record of everything that's happened during the procedure. A couple of things to note about the log. All log entries are in chronological order, so when a log entry is created, it's given a timestamp, and all of the log entries are displayed in the order in which they occurred. Log entries are also color-coded by entry type, so events and notes have their own color, images have their own color, measurements, stimulations, everything has its own color. This helps when you try to sort through different information and find a specific log entry. All log entries also have a checkbox down the left side. The log entries that have check marks are log entries that would be included in the log report. The ones without check marks will not be included in the log report. By selectively checking or unchecking, you can customize which log entries will be placed in the log report. Certain types of log entries, such as ablations, measurements, events, and notes, will automatically by default be included in the log report, unless you decide otherwise. If you click on any log entry, it will automatically go to that point in the procedure. One thing that you can do that's nice to know is filter the log. The log filter is located at the bottom of the log window. It's the white box that by default says All. If you click on the box, all the different types of log entries that can be filtered will be displayed. Clicking on the type of log entry will filter the log only for that log entry and will only display that type of log entry. This can be very helpful during a long case when you want to find a specific log entry. There are also buttons at the bottom of the log that will take you to the beginning or the end of the log. The next window is the imaging window. The imaging window is designed to be connected to the hospital's fluoro system, to an ultrasound system, or a 3D mapping system, so that the user can display live fluoro images, ultrasound images, or mapping images. You can also save still frames or short loops so that you can replay pictures and AVI files of the fluoro, an ultrasound, or the mapping. The imaging window can handle as many as 4 different sources at one time. The Holter window allows you to view a single lead of EKG or intracardiac electrogram in a Holter-type format. This simply allows the user to look at a lot of different EKGs all in one window. Clicking at any point in the Holter screen will then take you to that spot in the review screen. The RF window is the place where all the RF data is stored and displayed. On the RF window, the user can have real-time graphs of power, temperature, and impedance, as well as numerical data. The user can also cycle through different ablations that occurred during the case by using the left and right arrow buttons just below the graphs. Just below the graphs, the RF window also tells the user which ablation cycle this is, what date and time it was recorded. There's also data on the time of current ablation and total time for the case. The split screen allows the user to split the screen in two halves and have two functioning review screens. Using the split screen, the user can put two different types of electrograms side by side for comparison purposes. The buttons at the bottom of the review screen and the split screen are exactly the same, with the exception of the swap button. The swap button allows the user to take electrograms that were on the review screen and copy them over to the split screen. The user can also click on either screen, pull up the log, and select any specific review entry to place on a split screen or the review screen. The Monitor button opens the monitor window, which allows the user to have a full screen of live or real-time electrograms on the review screen. The window opens as a half screen, but can be made full screen. The controls at the bottom of the monitor window are the same as those for the real-time screen.